evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to A's Gymnasium in Tigerville, South Carolina, here on the campus of North Greenville University, where Christ makes the difference. Tonight's matchup features the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey College, taking on your North Greenville University Trailblazers. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps for our invocation. And please remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day that you've created. We thank you for having your hand over the fans, staff, and team of Belmont Abbey as they've made their way to campus this evening. We ask that you watch over each of these student athletes tonight and to protect them from injury. May our actions and words glorify you in all that we do. It's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. Now let's meet tonight's starters. First, the visiting Crusaders. A setter wearing number 1, Ella Schellenberg. A libero at number 4, Mallory Swain. An outside hitter, number 7, Tyler Case. Another outside hitter, number 14, Katie Brookins. A defensive specialist, number 15, Riley Nicole. Another defensive specialist, number 18, Lily Marsh. A middle blocker, number 21, Courtney Louder. And a libero wearing number 23, Mary Grace Hurley. Leading the Crusaders is head coach Tony Fox. He's assisted by coach Cassie Benito. And now let's make some noise for the starting lineup of our North Greenville University Trailblazers. Sophomore from St. Paul, Minnesota, an outside hitter, number 2, Samantha Ball. Another sophomore from St. Paul, Minnesota, the center, number 3, Allison Ball. A sophomore from Easton, South Carolina, a libero, number 5, Macy Dutcher. A senior from Bowling Springs, South Carolina, a libero, number 15, Isabella Mitchell. A sophomore from Piedmont, South Carolina, a middle blocker, number 16, Anna Fidelki. A senior from San Juan, Puerto Rico, an opposite hitter, number 18, Nicole Santana. A sophomore from Anderson, South Carolina, a middle hitter, number 20, Gabby Rice. And a freshman from Arlen, North Carolina, an outside
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Hayes Gymnasium, where we have a Conference Carolinas Digital Network matchup in the Conference Carolinas in between the Belmont Abbey Crusaders and now the North Greenville Trailblazers. North Greenville coming into this matchup 13-13 overall in the year, 10-4 in the conference. Made a late push to now put them 5th in the KPI rankings, and 2nd in the Northwest Division. Now, over on the Belmont Abbey side, coming into this matchup, 7-17 overall, 5-10 in conference play. They currently sit last in the Northwest Conference, so look for them to try and make a push, make an upset here today, as this was formerly known as the Crusader matchup, but now North Greenville changing names this past summer to the Trailblazers. It'll be interesting to see how this one goes out. First one played at home for the women's volleyball team as the Trailblazers, so we're just about set get on our way here in Hayes Gymnasium. This should be a fun one. Buckle up, grab some popcorn, and enjoy. Looks like North Greenville is going to be serving first, as Gabby Rice got the start in the starting lineups, as you heard. Now is going to head to the bench. Allison Ball is going to do us the honors here. Got a decent crowd here in Hayes Gymnasium. Should be a hostile environment, as it always is with any North Greenville home matchup. Whistle blows, and we are set here. Says in the air over down the left line. That was Case. And Belmont Abbey's going to get the first point there. Quick, and just drop that one in there. North Greenville unable to get that one over. It's going to be a quick 1-0 lead for the Crusaders. Tyler Casey now. That was Coughlin. So that's Payne Taylor, hits it far out of bounds on the kill attempt. That's going to be 2-0 early here for the Crusaders. Kylie Coughlin's your server. Transfer from UNC Pembroke. Also ball up in the air to the freshman, Payne Taylor. And Taylor drops that one in beautifully. Rainbow arc down the right side. It's going to put North Greenville on the board. And Peyton Taylor now will serve for the Trailblazers. Ball's up in the air. Backside serve, unable to do so. Oh, Solon fuss. Solon keeping it alive is Belmont Abbey now. It's over to Case, and Taylor gets it. Back line. Samantha Ball now drops that one in there. Almost identical to what Alsa Ball did on the right side. That's going to knock this thing up at 2 apiece. Be a violation on the Trailblazers, going to result in a point for the Crusaders. Serving now for Belmont Abbey is going to be Ella Skellenberg, senior from Jacksonville, Florida. Ball to ball. And Fidelki pins that one down. Was blocked, but with authority, able to get that one over, making it 3-3. Ball still in play now. That's ball to ball. That hits the beam, I believe. Gabby Rice is just going to stick her hands up, and that's going to go to the Trailblazers. Almost said Crusaders there. But you saw that ball kind of directly go down on the Belmont Abbey side. That is courtesy of the beam here, I'm sure. I'll be saying that, and that's going to be an ace for Anna Fidelki. Serving and saucing back there. It's going to go down as the first ace of the night for either team. So obviously want to win that matchup. And she's going to get back-to-back aces there. That one's not even touched. First one had some power on it. That one hit the top of the net. And Belmont Abbey's going to call a timeout. Coach Tony Fox does not like what she sees. We're going to take a break with them. We'll be right back. You're watching the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. After the quick break, we are set to get this one back on our way. Right now, North Greenville, 4 kills. Belmont Abbey only with 1. That is probably the stat of the ninth so far. Night is early, though. The night is young, as they say. Fidelki's going to serve. Cross sets over to Casey, unable to do so. Fidelki gets it up. That's ball to ball. Seems to be working early. And that one, Alice Ball's under control. Good down the line kill there from Tyler Casey. Sophomore out of Etowah, North Carolina. And she's now going to serve for the Crusaders. Serve is up. Santiago called for it. You saw the communication there. Unable to get that. And that's going to go to the Trailblazers. That's going to be a violation on the Crusaders. So although that ball did not get over the net, that's going to result in a point for the Trailblazers. And now serving, we've seen it all season, Lindsey Burke. The games at home especially, she has come in and done her job serving. So let's see if she can do this once again against the Crusaders. Here's Burke. And that one hits the line. It might have been a little bit of announcer jinx there. But that's going to go down as a service error. And now checking in, serving for the Crusaders, Lily Marsh, sophomore out of Fletcher, North Carolina. And that serve's going to go sail far left out of bounds. That one looked out from the start, so no really question about that one. Samantha Ball now is going to serve for the Trailblazers. Got a little serving match going on. That one might have gone out of bounds had they let that one go. Still in play, though. Over the net. Ball's in the back with it. Over to Dyer, and Dyer with emphasis. In the middle, found a gap she liked. Got it right where she wanted it. Make it 9-5 in favor of the Trailblazers. Dyer just checked in. Great execution there. Spark off the bench for the Trailblazers. Riley taps it. Dyer's there. And Coach Mosley doesn't like that call. He's going to get up and talk to the official, looked like there might have been an uncalled violation there that he thought was a violation that should have been called. Had a quick discussion with them two, and looked like the expression of Lindsey Burke thought the same as well, but officials say otherwise, and that's why they are in charge. 9-6 is your score, but resume play. Unfortunate break for the Trailblazers. Dyer called for it. Dyer on the right side. Still in play. That one hit the beam as well. Keeping it alive there is Bella Mitchell. Really well-timed, kind of unorthodox set and kill there. Was Chloe Louder finishing that point off. She hit it as she was going up. You usually see that at the apex of your jump, but she had that ball going up, so it kind of threw North Greenville off. And that's going to be an ace Belmont Abbey getting a little mini run here. That was Riley Nickel, senior out of Tallmadge, Ohio. She's going to serve once again, and that's going to be low, and that's going to go over. Wow, what a very fortunate bounce there for the Crusaders. That's going to make it 9-9. It was just 5-9. Belmont Abbey on a little 4-0 mini run right now. So that got the spark they need so far, especially these serves. Burke over to Rice. And that's going to go to the Crusaders. They are on a run. That is going to be the Crusaders' lead now over the Trailblazers. So almost halfway through this first set, and it is 10-9 in favor of Belmont Abbey. Burke over to Dyer. Dyer trying to get something on the board for North Greenville. Looks like Burke might have double hit that. And Coach Mosley looks like he's going to take a timeout. Might need to take one here. North Greenville down 9-11 as Belmont Abbey on a 6-0 run. You're watching the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Welcome back to Hay Gymnasium. If you're just joining us, North Greenville got off to a fast start, taking a 9-5 lead. And as you see now, your score is 9-11. Belmont Abbey currently on a 6-0 run. So it's all on the back right now of Riley Nickel, who's been serving she had 2 back-to-back aces, and then errors both on North Greenville on their tried to retaliate, and that is your score right now. North Greenville 6 kills, Belmont Abbey with 3. 8 digs for North Greenville. They favor that one as well. Belmont Abbey only has 4, but the aces are split. And right now, Belmont Abbey is just feeling themselves a spark, as looks like we have a pause as the official, the scores table, is trying to figure something out. So we're going to wait for that, as both teams anxiously waiting. North Greenville down so far, so Coach Mosley took that timeout that just led us to the break. Like, just need to give his ladies a breath and just more air of confidence. So I'm going to wait to see what's going on with the scores table. And after that, we should be set to play once again. Looks like we are just about set. Score table issue has been resolved. Official still talking to Coach Fox of the Crusaders. Whistle blows and we are now set. Nickel once again. Ball is up. That was a little give and go action in between Peyton Taylor and Lindsey Burke. So North Greenville does the job there, stopping the run with a timeout and stopping the momentum of the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey, making it 10-11. Macy Gentry now serving. And that one hits the beam. North Greenville falls victim to that one. Gentry, left hand, peanut punched it in the air, and it just went straight back down. Almost had no chance to try and get that one there. Now it's Mallory Swain, the freshman, serving. Burke over to Taylor, and that one's going to be a kill for Payne Taylor. Taylor on the left side, just crossing that down the line diagonally and unable to get that one. It's Tyler Casey, so North Greenville still down 11-12, about midway through this first set. Allison Ball, the southpaw. Casey tries to retaliate. No prevail. Santiago. Back and forth so far. We got a good rally going here. Samantha Ball. That one might have gone out. Saved on North Greenville. Gentry keeps it alive. Body's flying all over the place. Allison Ball gets it over. Ball once again saves it. Gentry over to Santiago. That ball's blocked by Belmont Abbey. What a play there by Chloe Lauder being present in the middle of the courts. And you saw Macy Gentry and Payne Taylor. I mean, Payne Taylor ran into the stanchion right here. So bodies flying all over the place here in Hayes Gymnasium. Get a good one on our hands. That's going to go to Belmont Abbey, though. 13-11 is your score. Serve now by Coughlin. And Taylor's expecting the pass from Allison Ball, but that ball went straight to Taylor instead. She wasn't ready, and that's going to go 14-11 now. So North Greenville in some trouble here early in this matchup. Sent the ball over to Allison Ball to Taylor, and that connection, that's off the backboard. And that's going to go North Greenville. Not sure if that one was still going to be in play or not. If you play the beam, and technically the beam is a part of the backboard, so that's going to go to North Greenville, though. You saw the Ball-Taylor connection. Usually works out pretty well for North Greenville, as it does there. Casey's blocked, and Fidelki blocks it at the net, went over, and just glides down. It's going to be 15-12 now in favor of the Crusaders. Skellenberg now serving. And that's going to sky way over the line. That's going to be an error on the serve. And now serving once again is Anna Fidelki. You saw her get an ace early in this one. She's actually got both of North Greenville's aces, as she got back-to-back ones. Fidelki hit that one. Looked like it was going to go out. She knew it, but still in play. That's going to go to Casey on the left side. Fidelki contains that one. Payne Taylor there to retaliate. Allison Ball over to Santiago. Santiago with the left hand. And that's going to go to Belmont Abbey. Just creeps out of bounds. He tried to squeeze that one in back right. Unable to do so. It's going to be Tyler Casey now serving. Ball is still up. Taylor over the ball. Ball drapes that one in just by maybe the inch of a fingernail. That stays in bounds. Really good kill there by Samantha Ball. And now once again serving for North Greenville is Lindsey Burke. Down 16-14 in this first set. Ball's over. That ball's blocked. Rice and Ball were there. Dyer now back in the game. That's Ball. Samantha Ball is gonna that down, and yeah, that looked very unorthodox here. Just waiting for the official whistle, and It's going to go to North Greenville, make it 15-16. See Coach Fox almost all the way on the court. Not sure that's on your screen or not, but Coach Fox obviously upset about that call. Not the official, but our players. And that one was tipped at the line. Dyer and Rice were both there. So just an unfortunate break there. That was Soldenfuss on the kill. Excuse me, that was Katie Brookins on the kill. Serve is up. That's ball. To Burke to Dyer, and Dyer with a little too much power on that one. You saw her wind up. She knew what she wanted, just a little bit too much power. Actually, that actually went in favor of the Trailblazers, so that ball definitely landed out. Deflected at the line, so excuse me there, that was North Greenville's point. And once again, North Greenville's going to get a point. Gabby Rice rises above the rim, pretty much, rises above the net, and just pounds that one straight down. Going to make it 17 all here in this first set. North Greenville with some momentum now. Samantha Ball serving. Probably the one you want serving if you're North Greenville. That's Burke. Gentry over to Dyer. Dyer contained by Belmont Abbey. And once again, Belmont Abbey with that unorthodox, unique play, trying to catch North Greenville off timing. Good save there. Dyer, like she mishit that one. It kind of spun a little bit. Body's flying, and that's going to go to Belmont Abbey. Just an unfortunate break for the Trailblazers. Good play all around. That was a good rally. Probably the longest rally we've probably seen so far here in this first set. So Belmont Abbey is going to come away with that points. And Riley Nichols serving, who provided the spark for Belmont Abbey early. Let's see if she can do that once again for Belmont Abbey. Serve is up. Burke over to Dyer. And Dyer's going to find the back line. It's going to hit the red line. It's going to be in bounds. It's going to make it an 18-18 ball game. So this one's closely knotted here. Typically, if you win the first set, though, you got all momentum, and it's going to be an easier night, obviously, because you have to win 2 more sets instead of 3. So both these teams feel it. And that's going to be an ace right there from Macy Gentry. And knots up the ace at 3-3 apiece. Puts North Greenville also in the lead, their first lead since their 5-9 lead vanished from them. Gentry, flying effort to save that. And that's North Greenville's point. Welcome to North Greenville. Welcome to Tigerville. And that's going to be a timeout by Belmont Abbey. Courtesy of the beam. North Greenville takes a 2018 lead. You're watching the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Don't go anywhere. I'd like to welcome everyone back to the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. I'm Marco Gonzalez, and we have a tightly contested matchup here in Hayes Gymnasium. North Greenville just now taking back the lead. They had the lead early, just joining us, had the lead early in the first set. Belmont Abbey took it from them with a heavy 7-0 run that ended just a minute ago, and now North Greenville has the lead back 2018 and make that just a 1-point lead now 2019, as that one's going to go to Belmont Abbey. But again, this has been back and forth. So really no way to tell who's going to win this first set as of right now. It's just going to be whoever can execute, as we've seen some mistakes by both sides. Mallory Swain serving. Burke over to Dyer. Dyer tries, and that's the beam. That's a double beam. Oh my. Hits the beam twice. You see the North Greenville sideline signaling the beam. You saw that ball go straight up, straight down again. I don't think that might not have ever been done here before. The double beam the beam has been courtesy of North Greenville's last 2 points, but the double beam on that point. And same exact play that Belmont Abbey had. It's going to get them another point, 21-20. That was Casey over there in there for Belmont Abbey. And once again, it's going to be Coughlin serving for the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey. Southpaw serve is up. Ball to ball. Fidelki with emphasis. That's Anna Fidelki making her presence known. They don't really have anybody height-wise that can stop that. So look throughout the night for Fidelki, Dyer, and Nair to take advantage of that in North Greenville's middle. Fidelki did that there. And taking advantage of that now, looked to be North Greenville's out of position a little bit, was the Crusaders, and it's 21-22. So Belmont Abbey right there to try and siege and steal this first set from the Trailblazers. Mitchell, the ball to Santiago, and Santiago crossed the line. They've been looking to get her going. She's had a couple opportunities and now able to execute there. Santiago with perfection. Fidelki's going to check out, and checking in is Eleanor Crimmins to serve, trying to spark this North Greenville team to take this first set. It's been a very, very competitive first set. Miss hit by Belmont Abbey. They got to get it over. Able to do so. Ball over to Santiago once again. Santiago back to back. Cross the line, same exact. I stand corrected. Looked like that was out. That looked like it hit the same exact area as it had before. So North Greenville sideline not happy about that one. I mean, looked to be clearly hit in bounds inside the red line. Officials say otherwise. Santiago's gonna get that one. And Santiago says ball does not lie. She's gonna get that point for North Greenville, making it 24-22 and 1 point away from taking this first set. That also hit the beam. Santiago this time not putting a lot of power into it, but putting more of a trajectory, an angle, and executing to perfection. Lindsey Burke for the set. And that's going to go to I almost said the Crusaders. That's going to go to the Trailblazers, and that's going to do it for your first set. So North Greenville had the lead, lost it, gained it back, and able to maintain it and take that first set. So playing with both teams with some mistakes, with some inconsistency. So we're going to take the 3-minute break in between sets and talk things over. And we're going to take a little mini break with them. We'll come back with the start of the second set. North Greenville takes this one 25-22 and now up 1-0. 2 sets away from victory.
After the Trailblazers take the first set, North Greenville University Athletics would like to take a moment to thank our first set sponsors. Rated Tyler Auto, Tiffany Williams, Stay Calm, Different Tyler,
and welcome back to Hayes Gymnasium here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. North Greenville taking the first set 25-22 over Belmont Abbey. In that first set, stats of the set, if you want to call that, SOS, stat of the sets, 16-9 in favor of the North Greenville team was kills. So North Greenville, almost 2/3 of their points on that set coming from kills, and on the other side, Belmont Abbey only had 9. So in control of the nets and in control of just the inner lines is North Greenville. And you saw that as they made that comeback. That's where they struggled when Belmont Abbey took the lead, was just containing the net. So something to keep your eye on as the next couple sets go along. And looks like, again, we have some trouble with the scorecard, I believe. Officials making sure everything's set. Teams have flip sides. So we just await the word to get this second set going here in Hayes Gymnasium. I'd like to thank everyone for watching wherever you might be around the country, around the globe, as we celebrate this night of volleyball in Tigerville. Once we get the whistle, Mallory Swain is going to do the honors for Belmont Abbey as they're going to get the second set going. Swain's ball's up. Allison ball to Fidelki. Fidelki with authority. That's going to be contained. And right back at you. This is Lily Marsh with authority. Caught North Greenville sleeping a little bit on the back line. And down the line, right side, that goes for the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey. Allison ball over to Santiago. Santiago, we saw, have a big latter half of that first set. Gets North Greenville going here in the second set. Serving now for North Greenville. It's going to go just out of bounds. It's going to be an error for the Trailblazers. Teal Falon is on the serve. Usually number 13, number 11 today, so took us a second to pick up on that. But serving now is Belmont Abbey, and that's going to stay in, and trying to make a play on that was Falon, unable to do so. That hit the beam and came at a weird angle down. So the beam has been the victim to both teams tonight so far. Usually North Greenville tends to feed off of that energy. The beam gives the opponent some trouble. It's giving North Greenville some trouble tonight so far. Fidelki trying to drop it in there, unable to do so. Falon on the back line, gets it. Allison ball up to Fidelki, and that's just like clockwork. Ball just gives it up to Fidelki, and Fidelki, again, they have no answer for her in the middle height-wise, so Fidelki, again, making her presence known, and I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Mosley and his staff sees that and tries to attack that throughout the night, as Fidelki serve is just going to go out. So again, we saw that Fidelki making a play and then getting error in the first set, and does so again here in the second set. I mean, Rice, Fidelki, and Dyer, who've played so far for the Trailblazers, they have owned this front line when they have their opportunities and chances. And back-to-back errors for each team. I was going to say both the Crusaders, but these teams are not the Crusaders. The Trailblazers and the Crusaders come up with service errors, and it's going to go right back to Lindsey Burke. Set to serve for the Trailblazers. And Burton triple. We have back-to-back-to-back errors by both teams. And let's see if we can get a ball in play here as both teams struggling to find the court right now. Just find the court to play. Still in play. Looked like Belmont Abbey touched that, crossed over. That's going to be up, and that's down the line, out of bounds. So just a miss hit there by Kayla Myers. And good communication there by North Greenville. You saw them talking. So that one's going to go out. So it's going to go to the Trailblazers and Samantha Ball, who is serving now. Gentry is going to set up Samantha Ball in the middle. That's deflected, and that's going to go as a kill for Samantha Ball. She's going to serve once again, playing the back line after that serve, doing a good job asserting herself back into play there for the Trailblazers. Blocked to the line by Taylor and Rice were both there. Gentry's got to get it across, does so. Again, Belmont Abbey, the mistimed hits. Dyer's getting blocked at the line. Dyer once again. Dyer finds it down the line, drops it like a pin perfectly in the right corner. And Dyer, after not coming up away the first time, second time's the charm. Not third time's the charm, but second time's the charm for Dyer on that one. So Samantha Ball's going to serve with the lead now for North Greenville, 6-5. Gentry to Burke, over to Rice. North Greenville trying the Belmont Abbey special of their own. Blocked to the line. Burke over to Dyer. Dyer was blocked. Burke over to Taylor. And Taylor gets it once again. So Taylor has been pretty efficient so far in this one for the Trailblazers. Name percentage right at 50%. On the Knights. That's blocked by two Trailblazers there. That was a wall for Rice and Dyer, but just goes and sneaks in between them, goes straight to the ground. That's going to go to the Crusaders.
The Crusaders, number 18, Natalie Marsh, and number 21, Carmen Dyer.
So serving now is Lily Marsh for the Crusaders. Burke over to Taylor. We've seen that connection work so far. Belmont Abbey scrambling, and so is North Greenville on that one. Mitchell, Samantha Ball got tangled up, mixed up there, and it's going to be a point for the Crusaders, tying this one up 7 apiece. Serve is up. It's a low one, and that's going to be an error. It's going to be Belmont Abbey's second service error of this set. We saw earlier a back-to-back-to-back, 2 of those by North Greenville. Belmont Abbey now evens that one, evens that stat out with 2 apiece here in the second set. Ball is up, hit the bottom of the beam. Dyer, and Dyer drops that one in once again. She is a force to be reckoned with on the right side right now. Both Louder and Skellenberg do not have answers for Dyer over there. Something Coach Mosley probably saw in the first set and was looking to exploit. And you saw right there, Fidelki and Dyer definitely impacted that one. As Belmont Abbey saw both of them jumping up at the same time. And I mean, that's really hard to get over with their long wingspan and able to get up as they do once again right there. Just Dyer hits it out of bounds there. But once again, the presence of them two at the net versus the combination of them two and maybe Gabby Rice is paying dividends for North Greenville. That's going to be 10-8 in favor of North Greenville. And Coach Mosley, I believe, calls a timeout. So we're going to take a break with them. You're watching the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Welcome back to the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. I'm Marco Gonzalez, and we have a close matchup here in Tigerville. 10-8 is your score. Trailblazers over the Crusaders. Right now, Elena Dyer, your impact player, she's got 6 kills herself on 14 attempts. But just right now in this second set, making her presence known, she's been the spark that North Greenville has needed, as they were down for much of the early part of this second set so far. So now Belmont Abbey serving. Burke to Dyer, and it looked like Dyer tried to lightly tap that one, catching Belmont Abbey off guard, just too light on the tap. So it's going to go. That point's going to go to Belmont Abbey, making it 10-9. Ball is up. Burke over to Taylor, running up. She tried to drop that backside, just over, and Padoki and Dyer were there, not afraid. It was Belmont Abbey that time. See some hesitancy out of them. That was Katie Brookins. Belmont Abbey scrambling for her, able to get that one back up. Burke, Fidelki fakes it. Dyer had to adjust, able to do so. Fidelki blocks that one. It's up in the air. Burke to Fidelki once again. Samantha ball comes up from the front line, saves it. And that's going to end up costing North Greenville, as Belmont Abbey saw that, took advantage of the free back line. And that's going to, the lead now is going to go back to Belmont Abbey. They scored 4 straight points now. We're down 7-10. Now up 11-10. Peyton Taylor is just going to sail that one far out of bounds. That was tipped at the line. You see the official signal there. Looked initially like that was out of bounds, but it was tipped. And Peyton Taylor's going to come up with a kill for that one. So make that 11-11. Allison Ball serving now. It's a low serve, and Belmont Abbey able to get it over the net. So a ball to Fidelki, and Fidelki, that goes literally straight through Riley Nickel. She had her hands out, it looked like the ball just went straight through her. That's how hard Fidelki hit that ball. So great play from Anna Fidelki. Santiago blocks that one, but on North Greenville's side. So Belmont Abbey able to bounce that one out after North Greenville getting that emphatic point by Anna Fidelki. And Mallory Swain is going to come up with the error on that one. Coach Fox telling the ladies, this is the time. You see her right, I need this right now, I need this right now. So sensing some desperation, sensing some urgency from this Crusader squad here halfway through this second set. It's Fallon. And right, the head of Allison Ball tried to get that one up in the air, unable to do so. So now serving is Kylie Coughlin for Belmont Abbey. This one all tied up at 13 apiece. Allison Ball up to Santiago, and Santiago looks like was deflected. Looked like to be a miss it initially. We've had a lot of deflections at the line tonight. Could not see that from my angle here up top, but officials right there to correct it and get the point to the Trailblazers. Fidelki on the serve. Fidelki to ball, That's a double ball connection. Haven't seen it too often tonight. It usually works. Fidelki laying out for it. Santiago to the cross here. The North Greenville crowd, like what they're seeing there. Santiago blocks it. Ball is still in play. And Fidelki mishits it. And Belmont Abbey's going to get that point. So, great efforts by the Trailblazers side come up just short on that point. Samantha ball, Allison ball, Samantha ball. That was a triple ball connection. And that's blocked by Gabby Rice. Again, North Greenville has the advantage. And you see now Elena Dyer is going to check in. Both Gabby Rice and Elena Dyer now in the game. Rice is 6 foot, Dyer's 6 foot, so they got a bunch of length on the front net. See if they can use it to their advantage. And that one's going to go to North Greenville. Again, the presence right there of Rice and Dyer. Look to alter that shot. Lola Sultanfus comes up short on that. And that's going to be across the line, resulting on a point for the Crusaders, making it 16-15. Still in favor of the Trailblazers, though. And that's going to be another error for the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey. It's going to bring the total up to 4 just this set. So just free, easy gimmies for North Greenville, able to be attained from Belmont Abbey's mistakes. Burke up in the air to Taylor, and Peyton Taylor. See the energy she hit that one with, to the likeness of the North Greenville crowd, and Coach Tony Fox and her staff's going to call timeouts. We're going to take a timeout with them. 18-15 is your score. You're watching the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. We are set here back in Haitian-Asium. Samantha Ball doing the honors. And finding a gap there was Katie Brookins for the Crusaders. Much point stopping the momentum that the Trailblazers had. Lily Marsh serving now. And that's going to be a point for the Trailblazers. Gabby Rice coming up with a play there. It's going to make the score 19-16, 3-point lead with some comfortability. Are the Trailblazers now serving? That one looked to hit the head of Fidelki, just causing some odd spin, and North Greenville unable to finish that one. Belmont Abbey coming away with the points, courtesy of that, and serving to Riley Nickel. That's Fidelki. Fidelki with authority, and Fidelki once again. The Belmont Abbey did not know who she was tonight. Now they do. I can tell you that much. Anna Fidelki just does it with ease. Ball's up. And Samantha Ball unable to get that one. It's going to make it 18-20. So these teams with a lead for North Greenville, just going back and forth in between 2 and 3 points right now. No team can really make a run to extend it or reduce it. Swain now serving. That's ball to Peyton Taylor. We've said that a lot tonight. And the ball-Taylor connection works once again. Peyton Taylor's 8th kill tonight. So she leads the team. Ball to Santiago now. Scrambling for it is Belmont Abbey. Able to get across is Marsh. Ball to Gentry. Santiago's going to give another try. Santiago's going to connect. Santiago said no the first, or Belmont Abbey said no the first time. The second time, she said, let's go, let's get it. 22-18 is your score, and we're going to take a timeout here. You're watching the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. We are set now. North Greenville 3 points away to get back on our way. A little tongue twister there. Ball back in play. Samantha Ball blocking that one. And with emphasis there is Tyler Casey. And she did her job there, ending the North Greenville mini run that gave them a 4-point lead. Now serving. It's Kylie Coughlin once again for the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey. Ball to Fidelki. Fidelki! Again, you see the whole defense alignment shift as Fidelki went up, and she saw that, adjusted midair, almost double clutched, and just lightly tapped that one on the right side as someone had slid over, and shifted over, just finding the gap there and making it 2 points away from taking the second set for North Greenville. Samantha Ball up. And that ball just never made it over the net. Belmont Abbey, their side looks a little non-energetic after that point. 24-19. And now Eleanor Crimmins serving for the set. Falls up, hits the net. And that's going to go to the Trailblazers, making it 25-19 and taking the second set. It looked like they were unaware that that was the set point as Eleanor Crimmins does the honors. We're going to take a short break here. You're watching the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. 3 minutes until we have the start of the third set. North Greenville up 2-0.
Trailblazers take the second set. Let's go ahead and recognize the sponsors for tonight's second set. Waddell State Farm, Portland State Farm, BSN Sports, George Holden Ford, and Pepsi.
Welcome back to the Conference Carolinas Digital Network from Hayes Gymnasium. My name is Marco Gonzalez, and we have a 2-0 set lead for the Trailblazers over the Crusaders here. Again, talked about it at the beginning of the matchup. North Greenville, even on the overall record on the year, 13-13, but with a 10-4 conference record. So very strong performance, putting them 5th in the KPI rankings as their remaining games. This is the beginning of a 3-game homestand for the Trailblazers, as after this they take on King Friday evening here in Hayes Gymnasium, along with Lees McRae, before finishing their season on the 12th versus Southern Westland University. So North Greenville looking to close out the season strong and trying to get above 500 on their overall record. Belmont Abbey, meanwhile, again sitting last in the Northwest Division at 5-10 in the conference, 7-17 overall. So two disparities between these teams, as the third set is now on our way. Allison Ball did the honors. Allison Ball contains that one. Santiago gets blocked. That one's up in the air. Payne Taylor. Belmont Abbey able to keep that one in. Wow, what a play by the Crusaders. And Santiago, at that point, was almost free. She had no blocker in front of her. Could have hit that straight down. Allison Ball to Fidelki. And Fidelki, again, just like a vertical jump, makes it look easy out there. Just jumps straight up, hits it straight down, and nothing too flashy, nothing trying to be creative. It's just simple, fundamental, straight to the point. And like that, Anna Fidelki once again. Santiago was there for the block, and that's a 2-0 lead for the Trailblazers early. Samantha Ball to Allison Ball to Santiago. Santiago is blocked. Payne Taylor getting across. Good adjustment there by Payne Taylor. Almost had to crouch halfway through the ground to try and get that one over. Does so to perfection. That's going to be a 3-0 lead now. Samantha Ball to Allison Ball to Santiago. She's blocked. And that's going to go to the Crusaders. Finally able to get on the board, making it 3-1. Serve is up. That's Samantha Ball to Allison Ball to Taylor. We've said that a lot tonight once again. And that's able to result in a point for the Trailblazers. The ball-Taylor connection is working just fine tonight. Payne Taylor with her 11th kill tonight now leads the team. That's 33 now for the match for the Trailblazers. And able to drip that one down. Ball and Gentry try to dive for that one for the Trailblazers. Belmont Abbey able to escape with that point. Making it 4-2. So North Greenville with an early lead over the Crusaders. Tyler Casey trying to say something about that. Low serve, Taylor able to get it. Ball gets it over the net. It hits the beam. Welcome to Tigerville, South Carolina once again. Belmont Abbey hits the beam. Comes up the victim of that one. North Greenville has seen their fair share of the beam tonight as well. But the beam saying, hello, Crusaders. 5-2 now is your score. Crimmins serving for the Trailblazers. Ball's up in the air. And down the line, the southpaw, beautifully executed there was Kaylin Myers. No one was home for the Trailblazers, and that's 5-3 now. And it's going to be Coughlin doing the honors for the Crusaders after a substitution by the Trailblazers. Belmont Abbey serve up in the air. That's Santiago. And Santiago, that's been where she's made a living all night over there on that right side. And just finding that gap backside from Belmont Abbey defense, executing that to perfection. And 6-3 now in favor of the Trailblazers. Ball's under the net. That was just a awkward situation there for the Trailblazers. Burke was guilty of that violation. Coach Fox getting into it now. She has all over the court. She's been pretty much on the court almost most of this night. Love to see the energy and the passion out of the coach there. Miscommunication by North Greenville is going to result in a point for the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey, making it 6-5. So Belmont Abbey going on a little bit of a mini run. And that one barely creeps out of bounds. Unjudged right there, marking this flag up, waving out of bounds. That's going to be a service error for the Crusaders. So make it 7-5 now. Samantha Ball up in the air. The Crusaders able to get obtained. Dyer unable to get it down. And that's blocked by Gabby Rice and the nets. And missed it with the left hand there. Katie Brookins tried to get that one across. And it's going to be 8-5 now in favor of the Trailblazers. North Greenville was in position to get that had she got that one across. So Samantha Ball serving. And she went down the line and got some revenge on that one. She said, let me get a do-over on that one. Katie Brookins getting that point for the Crusaders and a kill for herself. So make it 8-6. Swain serving now for the Crusaders. And right there, once again, Peyton Taylor, I think that's kill number 12, I believe, on the Knights. Up to 35 for the Trailblazers. They're leading that department, 35-26. Good communication there by the Crusaders. That serve was just on the grist, but going out of bounds, and does. So Belmont Abbey able to get that one, making it 9-7. Still down 2 points, but Lily Marsh stepping up to the plate, stepping up to the server line, and she's going to serve for the Crusaders. It's Peyton Taylor. Lindsey Burke over to Lena Dyer. Ball's kind of floated in the air for a second. Still in play. Dyer trying to get redemption on it, and she does so. Dyer's ball kind of floated and glided in the air by itself. I know it was on the kind of hand back area of Sultanfuss, and Dyer got another chance at it, and she comes up and executes it to perfection. It's going to make it 10-7 now in favor of the Trailblazers. Allison Ball serve. It's going to stay in bounds. That's going to be an ace. Belmont Abbey thought that was going to go out of bounds. And North Greenville off 4 points, trying to look to take this one in control. And they are in control this set. Belmont Abbey senses it. It's going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout with them. You're watching the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Welcome back to the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Allison Ball about to serve for the Trailblazers, up 11-7 and 2-0 in the series, looking to make this the last set. That gets over the net somehow. Santiago with a little punch over the net. Back serve. Good execution there by the Crusaders. That looked to go over the beam, and the Trailblazers get it across. Wow, what an arc, and what a great execution there by Tyler Casey and the Crusaders, getting that one over the outstretched and length of the diving Taylor and Gentry and Fidelki on the net. So kind of triple team there, but able to execute that, put it just in the right spot. Schellenberg now serving for the Crusaders. Sent the ball to Allison Ball to Fidelki, and Fidelki, that kind of hit Tony Fox in the shoulder. Good awareness by the coach from Belmont Abbey to not get smacked with that one. So Fidelki gets that point. It's going to be 11-8 now. 12-8. The score has not updated on the scoreboard here. There's some confusion on what point that was, and that one is going to go to the Trailblazers. Now 13-8, so the scoreboard is correct. Serve is up by Taylor. Santiago once again. Santiago blocks it. Crusaders have it up. Taylor keeps it alive. Fidelki puts a body on the ground, able to get that one still in the air. Santiago blocks that one, but it's going to come across the net, so Crusaders get that point. It was a little chaotic, sporadic point there from the respective sides, and Belmont Abbey comes away with it. Tyler Casey serving now for the Crusaders. It's a very, very high arcing serve. And Fidelki sends it right back at her. She's able to get it right back over. And Santiago able to execute that one. Blocked out of bounds by the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey. So make it 14-9. Trailblazer lead. More than a halfway home here in this third set. Crimmins. And that's going to be out of bounds. So Belmont Abbey struggling a little bit to find some offense or just find anything on the scoreboard. And they're going to take a timeout to try and get some momentum as it's the last grasp for the Crusaders. You're watching the Commons Carolinas Digital Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Hayes Gymnasium. North Greenville currently holds a 15-9 lead, and Crimmins is going to serve this one for the Trailblazers. Crusaders called that timeout, looking to find something to keep them alive. Taylor gets it over. Crusaders able to respond. Ball to ball. The double ball connection does not work out there, so Kayla Myers getting that block for the Crusaders. And that timeout paid dividends as they're able to connect on a points. At least make it a 5-point game. It was 6. It was 15-9, now 15-10. It's going to be Kylie Coughlin for the Crusaders serving. Ball, up to ball to Santiago. And that one's just going to sneak in bounds. Good play there by the Crusaders. That was Schellenberg able to get that one up and over the North Greenville defense. Playing it perfectly in bounds. So 15-11 is your score. Belmont Abbey serving. Could make this one pretty interesting going down the stretch. And Samantha Ball says, anything you can do, I can do better on that back line. Make it 16-11 in favor of the Trailblazers, ending that Belmont Abbey mini run. Time and time again, Samantha Ball this season has come up with clutch plays for the Trailblazers, and she does it there once again. Lindsey Burke. Getting that one up to Dyer. Dyer made a living all night on the Crusaders, unable to get one there. They're going to go over to Samantha Ball this time on the left side and able to connect, finishing that one off 17-11. Now in favor of the Trailblazers. One side doesn't work, why not try the other side? That's what the Trailblazers did right there. And it's going to be Lindsey Burke serving. And with emphasis, trying to get that one over. Tyler Casey had some velocity on that ball, just unable to make it over the net. And now a 7-point lead for the Trailblazers. 7 points away from taking this game. And able to execute right there, Katie Brookins. She's got herself a good night. 9 kills so far. 10, make it that 10 kills. So she's been one of the bright spots for the Crusaders tonight. Casey actually leads the team with 11 kills. So Casey and Brookins have put up their respective efforts to try and propel this Crusader team. It looks like it's gonna be, it's short as of right now, pending a last-minute sparking comeback. And that could provide some spark right there as Belmont Abbey able to tick away at the lead once again off of the kill by Brookins. And that's inbounds. That sneaks inbounds. That's Riley Nickel. Coach Mosley might want to consider taking a timeout here, as you don't want Belmont Abbey to get too much momentum. He's going to stay seated. Nickel's going to serve for Belmont Abbey. And once again, it's Brookins. Coach Mosley now gets up, and now he's going to take a timeout. So Katie Brookins herself has put Belmont Abbey right back into this one. A 4-0 run by Brookins and the Crusaders. 18-15 is your score. You're watching the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. We're set to get back on our way here in Hayes Gymnasium. The serve is up and it's low. Dyer gets it up and over for the Trailblazers. It's Isabella Mitchell, back line, Samantha Ball, and that's blocked. And Schellenberg, also Louder in there. So 18-16, Belmont Abbey's got all momentum right now. North Greenville crowd kind of on their toes, witnessing this comeback by Belmont Abbey. Samantha Ball's blocked, and that ball's going to go into the crowd, actually caught by one of the NGU athletic staff members. That's 18-17. So this game far from over. This set far from over. Checking in is Taya Nair. And she's now playing her first set of the night. Expect her to maybe be in a little bit more as Lena Dyer slices that one in between two Crusaders up in the air. Nicely done from Dyer. Now you got Dyer and Nair. Dropping bars, dropping points for the Trailblazers. Berg tried to keep that one alive and went over to Coach Mosley in the bench. Coach Mosley trying to stress something to Lindsey Burke as Swain serves. Dyer gets that one over, and Dyer with perfection. Once again, we've seen her all night be able to have creativity on her shots and kills over the net. So Dyer drapes that one on the back line. Make it 20-18, 5 points away from victory is North Greenville. But Belmont Abbey trying to say something to that. And they do, reducing the lead to 1 now. So 20-19 is your score. This has been some comeback by Belmont Abbey here in the third set. Looked like they were pretty much on their last grasp, down 15-6 at one point. So since then, it's been a 13-5 run. They rallied off 6 straight just a second ago. And that one's just a little too strong. We see North Greenville respond and hit those pretty much all night, but smartly there, to serve by Lily Marsh. They communicate that it's going to be long and go out of bounds. Allison Ball, who got this party started here in Hayes Gymnasium tonight, serving now once again, trying to do her part to put an end to Belmont Abbey's chances of coming back here. Good double jump there by Payne Taylor. And that's going to be, once again, Tyler Casey for Belmont Abbey. Make it 21-20. Again, this is now going back and forth. 2-point game, 1-point game. So Schellenberg and the Crusaders serving to tie. Ball to Fidelki. And Fidelki, the ball-Fidelki connection, when you need it most, comes through. We've seen ball to Taylor and ball to Fidelki work pretty much all night for the Trailblazers. Seems odd they haven't gone to it more, but Payne Taylor now serving for the Trailblazers. Payne Taylor gets it up in the air. It hits the air filter. Allison Ball tried to run that one down. Was not able to locate it in time. It's now 22-21 in favor of the Trailblazers. Just a 1-point lead. Isabel Mitchell. That's ball to ball. That's in the middle. And Ball tried to get that one back line. She saw it. And that is going to tie the ball game here. That's Lola Sultanfuss tying the ball game up for Belmont Abbey, 22-22. So it's a race to 3, unless we have a 1-point lead. I've seen Casey do the serve more than once. Fidelki gets it over. Hit the ball. Allison Ball to Santiago. Santiago's ball is saved. A rally going here. Fidelki trying to put it into that. Allison Ball puts it up in the air. Over to Santiago. Just out with outstretched arms. Got to get across now as Isabella Mitchell gets it across. And once again, taking the lead is Katie Brookins. Katie Brookins has taken this set upon herself. Coach Mosley and North Greenville is going to take a timeout as they just saw an 18-11 lead vanish in front of their eyes. Coach Mosley cannot be happy with that. So we're going to take a short break here. You're watching the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Belmont Abbey up 23-22. Welcome back to the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. I'm Marco Gonzalez with you guys. And Belmont Abbey taking the lead in this set number 3, 23-22. So Belmont Abbey, costly mistake. Taylor Casey, that's the last thing you want. And checking back in for the Trailblazers is Near. So Eleanor Crimmins serves. Ball is deflected at the line. Crimmins has it. Santiago's got to get it over and unable to do so. So now Belmont Abbey, after all that, is 1 point away from stealing this third set and forcing a fourth. Be the Trailblazers about 7 minutes of real time ago. You thought you might have this one in the bag, but no, sir, that is not the case. As Belmont Abbey's now serving for the set. Taking her time now to serve. It's Coughlin getting the okay. It hits the beam, and Samantha Ball does it herself on that one. What an adjustment by the Trailblazers there. Ball looked like it was going to go straight down. Allison Ball and Isabella Mitchell were both there. Ball goes up, and Samantha Ball does it herself, takes care of the rest. And now Lindsey Burke, the freshman, enters the game to serve for the Trailblazers. And who else? Katie Brookins does it again for Belmont Abbey. 1 point away from taking this set, 25-24. Katie Brookins up to 15 kills. And I would guarantee you at least 6 or 7 of them have come in this set. So Riley Nichols going to serve for Belmont Abbey. And that's going to be an error, Belmont Abbey. That's the second time that has happened. North Greenville getting bailed out by these errors Belmont Abbey has on the serve. So 25-25 now is your score. 5 for each team here in this third set. And back to back. I don't know if that was a jinx or not, but certainly the luck is not on either of these teams' side. Samantha Ball comes up short on her serve. So now Swain has a chance to get Belmont Abbey this set. Swain's serve gets up. Over to Dyer. Dyer with authority. Belmont Abbey's keeping it alive. It hits the beam! It hits the beam! Oh my! Belmont Abbey cannot catch a break. They've had 2 errors, and now it hits the beam, and they look to be well on the way to getting that ball over, so who knows what would happen with that. Low serve from Mitchell. It's over to Taylor. Taylor finds the gap. That goes over the beam, like onto the side from our angle. Isabella Mitchell over to Payne Taylor. Taylor's blocked. Dyer up in the air now. Dyer's deflected at the line. It's Casey. Samantha Ball is right there. Taylor gets it over. Taylor's blocked. And that just falls out of bounds. North Greenville gets that point. North Greenville now 1 point away from victory. So they have not had a set point here in this set, but now able to do so. 1 point away. Isabella Mitchell serving. That's a high serve. Schellenberg over to Casey. And down the line, Casey just too far. And that's going to sail out of bounds. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do it here in Tigerville, South Carolina. North Greenville, in a fun, electric third set, is going to get it done and sweep the Crusaders 3-0. North Greenville now with a winning record, improving to 14-13 on the year, 11-4 in conference play. This should boost their KPI ranking a bit, as they right now sit behind Converse at 5th in the conference, or Conference Carolinas in terms of the playoff bracket. Belmont Abbey falls to 7-18 on this year, 5-11 in the conference. I'm Marco Gonzalez, and that's going to do it here in Tigerville, South Carolina. Signing off for now. Good night, everyone.